Hello everybody and welcome to the Hoof GP Live with me, Graham Parker of the Hoof GP. Obviously, it's kind of weird that I'm doing a live event. I did one about 2 weeks ago and to be honest, a lot of people missed out on it because I only gave you guys like 3 hours notice. So I actually started... Whoa, what's going on? So I actually thought, right, I'll go ahead again and I'll stream live again. So anyway, what's been going on this week? Well, as you guys all know, I reached 50,000 subscribers earlier this week, and I actually looked today and we're at 66,000 subscribers. So it's massively up. It's unbelievable how much you guys have supported me, and I really find it, it gives me enthusiasm to create more videos and do more with the videos throughout my life. I really enjoyed making the videos and it teaches me a lot, so hopefully I'm teaching you guys quite a lot when I'm there as well. Anyway, I said that this is going to be about the most overgrown feet I've ever trimmed and a little bit about how I became a professional hoof trimmer. And basically, when it comes to overgrown feet, the longest feet I have ever trimmed were about 18 inches, so about 1.5 feet long. They're about this long, and it's a weird one because they actually were on a farm that I visit every 2 weeks, and after about 1.5 years of going, the dairyman actually came to me and said, well, I've got one that you probably can't really do anything with, but I'll let you see her. He brings her out, and there she is, walking about like this, big flippers on her feet, and I laughed and said, what on earth are you doing? Why didn't I see this before? And he said, well, I thought she was too far gone. I actually cut it in half with a hacksaw, believe it or not, and then trimmed it back with the grinder. So yeah, you can definitely always do something about your cow's feet when they're in that kind of state. Anyway, people are talking to my wife on the chat, I see. Hello, Homestead in the Highlands, are you well? And QB, 30 seconds more till we go live. I live with the Hoof GP. Yes, you do. That's my wife that's talking there. So anyway, as you can see, Steve is sitting on my lap. This is Stevie boy, Stevie's little Frenchie, and Steve comes with me to work fairly regularly, as does his big sister or girlfriend to be, Mia. So when it comes to becoming a professional hoof trimmer, how did that happen? Well, I'm from a farming background, as a lot of you guys know, and basically, my father died when I was 15 and my stepfather was a hoof trimmer. I always said I would never ever go into hoof trimming, but eventually I got led down that path and it's a slippery slope. Before you know it, you're a professional hoof trimmer. But the path I took was, he was a hoof trimmer for 27 years. Self-taught, he was shown for about 15 or 20 minutes, he always used to tell me, and then told pretty much to get on with it. And when I started, I didn't want to take that route. I really wanted to get as much help as I could possibly get, as much help and information as I could possibly get, and as detailed training as I could. So I waited for a guy called Peter Klusterman to visit the UK, and then I went down to Cheshire to actually be trained by him. And now I still continue going back every 18 months to 2 years to be retrained, and I attend as many conferences as possible. As you guys know, I couldn't afford to buy my first crush, so I built my first two and then bought my third one. And to get work, what I did was I sent out 12 letters to farmers who I knew from previous work that I'd done for them, and just asked them if they would like to take me on as a foot trimmer. And it all went from there. Now I'm pretty much full-time, flat-out foot trimming, about 5 or 6 days a week, and trim between 11 and 12, maybe 13,000 cows' feet a year. So I'm very lucky to be where I am today, and I really, I'm having technical issues, and I really appreciate you guys supporting me, because this has really sort of brought new life to my career. I really love teaching people, no matter what it is. When I used to work in coffee shops or restaurants or hotels, I always loved it, and I still love teaching people today, and YouTube has really helped me do that. So thanks very much indeed, folks. I'm just going to have to use my phone here to look at your guys' comments because I can't see them. Sorry. other foot. Why? She's gone late. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Technical. Aha! There we are. I see the dreaded buffer. We've lost him. Can you guys see me again? Hi from New Zealand. Is anyone from Maryland? Yes. Ah, you're working now. A Kiwi in Scotland. Hi there. And sending me a huge hug from Brazil. Silva. I've got quite a few friends from Brazil, actually. And quite a few of them are called Silva. So I'm assuming it's a pretty common name over there, is it, guys? Does living where it rains a lot, is there a special way that you have to trim? Well, actually, most of my cows are housed, so it doesn't actually affect me that much. The farm I was on today, and if you guys have just watched the video that I uploaded with the stone, they get a lot of white line problems because the rain washes away the silt from in between the stones, and those stones cause major issues within white lines, and they actually really wear down the feet rapidly. So you've got to be very careful, and those issues, those types of environment where they're outside walking a lot and there's stones and rain, then we put wear guards on. So yeah, I do trim differently. Hi from Airset. I'm not sure where Airset is, but thanks very much. And hello from Nebraska, Oklahoma, Florida, Virginia. You guys are everywhere, aren't you? Andrew Wilston, I love the content. You teach me many things, but I think what most impresses me about you is that you are forging your way through hard work and determination. Thanks very much indeed, Andrew Wilson. I'm glad that comes across because I do have some really hard days. You guys don't really see the hard days. You see the sunny side of what I do. I don't really like to publicise the bad days because it's not good viewing, is it? QB, how is the hoodie sweater? I want to buy one, but I would like to know, is it a warm one or not? Well, this one here is quite thin. I like this one a lot. It's got a massive one on the back. The other one, the premium one with the tartan cow's head, it's really warm. It's really thick and good. Aaron King, hi Cincinnati. Hello Iowa. Cassie Davis? Yes, Cassie Travis, sorry. What did the farmer say about the stone you found in between the cow's horns from the video today? Nothing, because I didn't see him. He came to visit me. I talked about some lameness issues he's got, and then he disappeared after about half of the cows were done. That cow was actually afterwards, so I didn't get to tell. Is there a way to sharpen hoof knives? Says Carter from the mobile channel. Yes, there's a video of me shaving my legs in the thumbnail. Go and check that one out, guys, because sharpening hoof knives is a bit of an art. Maybe I'm not fantastic at it, but it is a bit of an art. Go and watch that and you'll see me slicing bananas, slow motion, cutting motions, me shaving my legs. So yeah, there is a very specific way you sharpen knives. The difference is you sharpen one side of the blade, not two, like you would a vegetable knife. Do the cows recognise you? From Susan Elliott. Unfortunately, yes they do. Usually what happens is, if you put them in a pen and there's a race there, they know what's going to happen. They don't like being restrained, and they really don't like being separated from the herd, so they get really antsy. Funnily enough though, if you don't put them in a pen and you're there, they'll come up and sniff you and play about with you, and they'll bite your bum and all sorts of things. So maybe they do recognise me in a good way, but if they're in a race, they definitely don't want to be there, which is upsetting for me. Robbie Parker. Hi, Robbie. Are you well? That's my nephew. My ranch is 650 acres, give or take. That's Adam Jensen, sorry. Haza, hello in Bulgaria. Hello from Iowa. Thunder Truck. What is the name of the disc you use on your angle grinder? So the ones that I prefer to use are called Trimtech Titan Titaniums. So Trimtech is the company. The Titan Titanium is the model, and I use open slot, which means that basically there's a gap at the end of all of the blades, and that allows the horn to be thrown away. The difference between titanium and aluminium is titanium is about 4 times the price, but they last 10 times longer, and they're much lighter and better balanced, so they're better. So a Trimtech Titanium Titan open slot. Hello from Florida. Why are beef cows more likely to have abscesses? I wouldn't have said they are, to be honest. Hello, friends. Hi, Daybird. Hello awesomeness from Indiana. You've got some funny hard names to pronounce. Talitha? Who else is saying hello? Mishwaka from Indiana, Southern Ontario, Wales. hello from Was. Love your channel, by the way. Why do you often stop the grinder on the cow's hoof? It's purely for safety. So basically, if you leave it running and you've got other guys round about, or even for myself, if you hang it up and the disc's still whirring round, then you could catch it, or you catch it on the metal, catch it on me. I know it only takes 2 or 3 seconds to slow it down on its own, but stopping it on the hoof is quicker and safer, that's all. I never heard of trimming cows' feet, and I've been working with cows my whole life. We just sell them when they're very lame. From Lamont Wilkerson. That is one approach, I suppose. It makes sense. If you have really low lameness rates, I suppose, you could get away with doing that. Here in Britain, cow costs around £2,200, so about $2,800 to actually get from being born to maturity. So when they're milking, which is about 25 months usually. So £2,200 or $2,800 is a lot of money to just throw down the drain if she's lame, because obviously if she's lame, you're not going to get much back for that cow at all. Plus, over here in the UK, we don't tend to sell cows that are lame. If one was lame and you're going to sell her, you would actually try and patch her up, get her walking better and more comfortably before you sold her. Otherwise, you could get in trouble for actually selling her when she's lame. Hello from Whitby, Ontario. I've been to Whitby in Yorkshire. Whitby in Yorkshire is very nice. I hope it's as nice as it is in Canada. Hello from Tasmania. Tasmania, so it's tomorrow, isn't it? In Tasmania, you are in the future. How do wild animals care for their hoofs? Shea Hutton. They don't, but wild animals don't have the same sort of stresses put on them by the environments that we keep our cows in. The environments we keep them in are as good as they possibly can be, but they're not walking as far, are they? The environments are generally wetter because they're more condensed. Even on a 400-acre farm, they're more condensed than they would be in the wild. So those cows are subjected to more moisture, which is never ever good for their hoofs. And also they're not walking far enough. The walking is really, really significant because it wears down their feet, obviously, which helps them to take care of themselves. Also, milking cows have larger udders, which basically kind of ruins their stance, their conformity. So they stand like this, which puts pressure on their outside claws, and that's why we get a lot of problems in the outside claws on the back feet. Hello from Lakeland, Florida. Love your channel. Thank you very much, Jose Montillo. Montillo, is that right? Did I say it right? Justin, likewise. There we go. How often do you cut yourself with a hoof knife? From Tomtom. Not very often at all. Maybe once every 2 months. There was one time about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. My wife's watching this and she'll remember. I was cutting like this down a hoof, and basically this hand slipped right down the blade of the knife like this. I was wearing really thick gloves and I didn't have a clue if I'd cut my finger or not. When I took my glove off, it turned out I'd nearly cut my finger off. That was followed by a lot of laughter by my wife when she took me to the hospital. I thought this was great that I was in pain, which, to be fair, probably is quite funny when I'm in pain. And it wasn't that sore, to be fair. I've never been around a cow, but I'm so hooked on your channel. I love how you treat them. From Lynn Swanziger. Lynn, I get this loads, and it's a really, really pleasant surprise that so many of you guys actually don't come from farming backgrounds or don't even live anywhere near farms. It really, really kind of inspires me to show you guys the true side of dairy farming and beef farming in Scotland, or at least where I live. I'm immensely proud of where I live, as I'm sure you guys get from the videos that I post all the time. And I'm really, really proud of our industry in agriculture over here, because we really do love our livestock. And that's not just a business thing, but it's 50-50 probably. In business, you need to look after your livestock. If you don't look after them, they're not going to be profitable. But also, we love our livestock, and a lot of the farmers know all of their cows very, very personally. Not intimately. That's kind of different. I keep getting interrupted by trick-or-treats here in Boston. I know, we had loads of them. Like 30 bags flew out the door in maybe 40 minutes. And their jokes were terrible as well. What do you think about people who say that veganism saves everything? From Aidan Stewart. I don't really say anything about them. It's up to them. If you want to be vegan, that's fine. I believe in lots of different things. I believe that life is short and you need to live it to the fullest. If someone else wants to play the long game, they can. It's the same with veganism and the way I choose to live. I know that we do right by the animals that we look after, and I'm sure they do right by the plants that they eat. I don't think, obviously, that a plant-based diet is sustainable because of the amount of land you would need would be colossal to feed 7 billion people. Greetings from Sweden. Hello, Rika A. And hello, Fair Witness. How are you? Graham, is your... Oh, it's gone behind a little thing. I'll let you read what you said, Fair Witness. Is your personality and your kind, outgoing nature... Oh, that's very nice. Thank you very much indeed. Hello, Eliza Jane. Oh, you've done a big thingy. Robbie Parkin. Don't talk about vegans, Robbie. Visiting the UK is a dream of mine, from Sue Plummer. Well, visiting the States, Australia, they're both pretty much dreams of mine. So if you're in one of them, you're lucky by the way that, from my stance, I would love to visit America. I'm visiting Ireland this weekend, and I'm lucky to be doing that, but I'd like to be travelling further afield as well. What's your favourite cow breed? From Ginger Mason. Charleys, which are beef. That's because when I was a kid, we had Charley cattle and my dad loved them. So I've got really, really happy memories of Charley calves, Charley cows, and we all had names for them. Junior was my favourite. He was my pet bull. I loved him. On Facebook, search up This Farming Life. Watch the vid where cows can do in the wild. Not sure what you mean there. Who else? Would you ever take someone with you for a couple of days? From Chris Mack. Recently, I've been asked that an awful lot. My biggest thing is I need to prioritise my customers, obviously. US, the darkest timeline just gave me a $20 super chat. Wow! Jeez, oh. That'll buy me Guinness in Ireland. Sorry, would I take a couple of people with me along for the ride? I have. I've taken lots and lots of people, probably a dozen people from all over the place along with me for the ride. But I can't do it too much because it is my livelihood. I really don't want to upset my customers. They do trust me, so they know I wouldn't take anyone along or let them do things that would be kind of dodgy, or if I wasn't sure of their skill set, I wouldn't let them trim. Those kind of things. So yes, I would take people along for the ride, but I can't take too many people because obviously it is my livelihood. Hello, Healing Springs. How are you? Are you well? Vanessa S. What does Mrs. Parker think of your game, all your game from this channel? Mrs. Parker loves it. Mrs. Parker would like a Mrs. Hoof GP hoodie, actually. She's desperate for one. I should have ordered her one, but I haven't yet, so I really will. Sorry, honey. Do you know the girl who sings the song in your videos? I don't know her, but I wish I did. I get all of my music from a company called Epidemic Sound, and the person singing is... No, I don't remember, but the band is Houses on the Hill. I'll look up the person and I'll leave it in the description of the next video. Hello from US Virgin Isles. Wow. Thank you so much for making these videos. It's not only informative, but it's also entertaining. So I actually try to do 3 types of videos. What I try to do is I try to do a strictly informative one, so ones that are going to just teach you, that aren't very entertaining, a bit boring, but they'll help you on the dairy farm or on the beef farm with your cows. Then I like to do a vlog style one, which basically is me, my daily life, my family life, why I love doing what I'm doing, and why I love the country of Scotland and Dumfries and Galloway. And the third one is the gruesome ones, the pimple popper style ones that I know you guys like a lot of. They are Car Crash TV, and I know I watch Tobro, I watch Dr. Sandra Lee, the pimple popper, so I watch all those things too. And that's why I started posting them, because if I like it, I figure there's some other crazy people out there who probably will like it as well. Hi Bevo, hi Deb Sheep, I see 198 in the chat. That's quite a lot of people, isn't it? 212 people watching right now. Thanks. So I'm just going to give this another 5 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to have to go. But it's been really good speaking to you so far. Love your vlogs, Susan Soley. You do great helping with animals. So much interesting information. Susan from Santa Monica. Santa Monica, California. California, I would like to go there. Probably move there, actually. What part of Ireland are you going to? I don't know. I know the name of the hotel and I know the village, but I don't know the actual part of Ireland. It's a conference that I'm going to, that a friend from Wisconsin is overdoing, and I thought I'd go over, get some beer with them, just have a laugh with them, to be honest, and a good weekend away. So it's a bit of work and a lot of play, hopefully. You watch the Toll Bro, so do I. A lot of people on this channel watch the Toll Bro, don't they? He's cool. He's really, really cool. He's a little bit cleaner than me, though, isn't he? Fall Into You, Houses on the Hill. Yes, that is the name of the song. Sabine Quaid. Hello from Germany. I love your channel and the music. What is the name of the song? I should get some royalties from this song, shouldn't I? Everybody loves that song. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. That's what you should do, says Mrs. Homestead in the Highlands. And you should check out Homestead in the Highlands channel because she's got Dexters, and Dexter cattle are like little miniature cattle, which are seriously cool. Caesar Harris, give me a shout out. I just did. Vanessa S must be late in Scotland. It is. It's 11:22, but most of my people, I only get 12% of my views from the UK. I get like 50% from the US and the rest from Australia, New Zealand, Japan. So I figured do this kind of time and it's better for you guys. Maybe not as good for the guys in the UK. So I will do a live stream in a few weeks' time for the guys in the UK, which I think is only right and probably better for me, to be fair. Ginger Mason, £2. So you've just given me $2. It's towards my crush. That'll do. That is massive. Thank you very, very much indeed. You really don't need to do that, but I really, really appreciate it. Thanks very much. Fire Fairy. Can a cow survive without a hoof, given it doesn't get infected and stays healthy? Yes, I suppose they could, but it would almost be impossible. So you can remove one claw, so you can remove the right hand claw or the left hand claw on one foot. That happens fairly regularly, and actually the cows do very, very well. Usually after 4 or 5 years it starts to become an issue. So yes, you can remove one claw, but I've never seen one where 2 have been removed. It would just be too traumatic for the cow to actually get through that ordeal. But if they did get through it, I suppose they could live with only 3 claws, but obviously not ideal for the cows or for the humans working with them. James Parker Sculpture. How did you get so handsome? That's my brother, James Parker Sculpture. James Parker, he is my brother and he's commenting right now. So he works all over the world producing slate sculptures. Go and look up James Parker Sculpture on Facebook or on Instagram. James Parker Sculpture, trust me, his stuff is amazing. It really, really is. And he's a very hard-working boy. He puts me to shame, that's for sure. What happens if a bull or a cow escape the crush? Do you get them back in? Also, I'm a fellow Scot. Miss Heather. So, it depends. If a cow is exceptionally wild or really sort of riled up, if she's anxious, nervous, and she jumps and escapes the crush, if she's not lame, I'll leave her. I'll keep her note of her number, tell the dairyman, and he'll get her in next time. I don't want to wind her up too much needlessly. If she is lame, she's going to have to go back in, I'm afraid. It's for her own benefit. So if she's escaped, usually actually they go in much, much easier the second time. So it's great. Roxon, you just give me £10. £10 is like £3 a Guinness. So £3 a Guinness. Thank you very much. I live down the northwest in England and I'm not near any farms or anything and I've never worked on a farm. You have really got me interested in things. So thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Roxon. And this goes for everybody who is watching right now. Thank you very, very much for following me and supporting me. It really means a huge, huge amount. I'm from Scotland and it's late, but keep up the good work. I will, Notman. Notman 1964. Thanks very much indeed. Link your brother in the channel page. I will. Tell you what, I'll link him on the community part and you can all go and click on the link. Do you have pets? Yes, I have 2 pets. This is Mia. Mia is a Frenchie. She's 1 year old. And this is Steve. Steve is an absolute weapon. He looks cute and cuddly, but he would take your leg off. I'm sure he would. Look. Try to bite my finger off there. 1 more minute, guys, and I'm going to have to leave it here because there's a cup of tea with my name on it downstairs, as I'm sure you appreciate. I'm needing a cup of tea. Next. Night Handsome and Halloween. Thank you very much. Good night, Elaine. I'm a farmer. Are you Robbie Parker? You really? I love you translate dollars into beer. That's pretty much what most people in Scotland do, to be fair. I'm addicted to your videos, been watching for 4 days, and every night I can't sleep until I watch some of your videos, says Miss Heather. Well, thanks very much indeed. A lot of people say they binge watch them, and I can really appreciate that because I binge watch on people that I like Neil McKinnon, for instance. He's fantastic. Hello from Washington, USA. I love watching your videos. Hello, Yokasil Shiba. Finally, didn't miss your live. Hello, Ali's Vlogs. Ali's Vlogs, you comment on almost every one of my videos. So thank you very, very much, and you've been there from the start. I really appreciate you watching all the time, Ali. I really do. And say hello to your little boy, I think it is. Say hello for me. Rosie Posey, I don't know why your videos came up, but I love them. I don't know either. That's one of the biggest comments or most common comments on my channel, that they don't know why they come up and they're recommended. But to be honest, I'm glad they do, because it means that you guys watch more and more of my videos, which drives me on to produce more. Sometimes it's quite hard, a lot of work. It takes me about 5 or 6 hours sometimes to produce like a 15-minute video, but I really do enjoy it. It's a lot of work, but when you guys comment on all the videos and like them, then it makes it all worthwhile, to be honest. So, again, thank you. Night, Robbie. Cruise director, good night. Enjoy your cup of tea. I will. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up right now. Thank you very, very much indeed for joining me on this live stream. I really, really enjoy talking to you and being able to speak to you on this level. So please join me on the next one. And if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button right now and ring that little notification bell, because that lets you know when there's a new video. So from me and Stevie Boy, good night. Cheers, guys. Bye.